3 Transcends, I believe, if I remember right, going to Rapid City, South Dakota again. So making that same run that we made last week. Actually, it was this week. We delivered Monday. So this is now Wednesday morning. And, right, what day is this? No, this is Thursday. This is Thursday. So, we stayed at the Walmart here in Goshen. Little word of advice from Synergy with the blue Volvo. Next time your girlfriend makes a stop for the night to come pay you a visit, make sure your sleeper doors your sleeper windows are closed. I had my window open. It was nice, like 55 degrees last night, 58 degrees. So I had my window open watching TV, and I thought I heard some extracurricular activities going on. Well, his window was right next to my window, so I closed my window and closed my blinds, but the damage to my ears was already done. So, just FYI out there to everyone. Pay attention to your surroundings. But anywho, we did our pre-trip. Truck's about warm. So we're gonna head over to the Goshen yard, get loaded, and then we're gonna go to the house tonight. For those that you don't know, I'm in Northwest Iowa, so I used to always run. Rapid City runs a lot, South Dakota runs a lot, because I could make it from home to Indiana, sleep out in Indiana, get loaded, I could make it home, and then the following day finish out my route, make it back home, or like on these Rapid City's too far to make it back, so I'll stay out in Rapid City and then come home on Saturday morning is what my plan is this week. So as long as I can get there on time, my logs allow or whatever, that I can get there to make delivery on Friday, we'll do delivery on Friday and then be home Saturday morning, or we'll just have to leave on Sunday again and deliver on Monday like we had done this week. So I had 2 pickups. I was gonna go pick up in Sioux City for this round coming out here. I can't remember the name of the town. It's only about 30-40 miles south of Goshen here. And anyway, I called to book them. They paid $1.07 a mile per pickup, so we would have $2.14 a mile. And I called the broker. I was getting everything all set up and found out they don't work with Indiana Transport. So that kind of killed my reloads again. We have been making some phone calls Tuesday. Yeah, because this is Thursday. Because Tuesday I stayed at home and made a bunch of phone calls. So talked to some other trucking companies and just some other companies too, and filled out some paperwork yesterday. So we'll kind of see what comes back. I have no idea how long any of this kind of takes, but I filled out some paperwork, just company name and DOT numbers. You had to send in your insurance and all that stuff, and then at some point someone will call you back and see if we can get some contracts for some other stuff. So had someone on Face or on YouTube telling me that every time I switch a company it costs me thousands of dollars, but I'm not really I'm not sure how. It doesn't cost me anything to switch companies. I already have our own trucking company, our own authority, everything. Is literally a phone call to switch over and a phone call to delete. So I'm not sure how by switching contracts and stuff you lose money, but I don't know. And then I was also told I'm just way too picky on my backhauls. They're considered a backhaul for a reason. Backhauls are no such thing. If it's on the trailer, it's a load. Any load out there could be a backhaul for someone, depending on where you live or where you're going. So backhaul is just one of those things that companies come up with to make it, make it sound good for paying low rates. But anywho, there's my rant for the day. We're gonna go get loaded, and then I do have to stop at Iowa 80 today. I need to get a plug for the back of the truck, and I'll think of it, but I was trying to think of it last night. There's 2 things I needed to stop and get for the truck, but I can remember is the one. So maybe that's all we're gonna buy today. So, man, I am struggling with words this morning. But anywho, all right, enough rambling. We're gonna get going. Our time is up in about 30 seconds. So let's head over to the yard and get loaded. Well, we stopped at the rest area just east of Morris. I gotta start stopping a little more frequently and walking. My calves are cramping up something horrible. But as I'm walking around, I noticed that some of the valves are closed on the camper. So I just, usually they open them. But that was the freshwater one that was closed, so I decided to open it to see what's full. And it's full of water. It means it's going to South Dakota. And the chances of it not selling until next spring are probably pretty good. I'm gonna guess that thing would have turned into a big popsicle and burst this winter. I'm trying to stop every couple of hours. Just get out and walk around. I usually run 5 hours, do my 30-minute break, run 5 hours. But doing the egg stuff, the hoppers and the seed and whatnot, I used to have frequent stops, so I wasn't sitting all the time. Not doing this, I'm just sitting, and I always try and push it, so I gotta keep telling myself I need to get out and do a couple laps around the trailer. So we did about 2 hours, and then we got about 3 hours to Walcott. We'll do our 30-minute there. And then I still haven't thought of that second thing I need to get, but I need to get the that plug-in for the truck. And then hopefully Courtney calls me on her lunch break and reminds me what the second thing was. There was 2 things, but I can't remember at all. Sunset's pretty cool. Sunrise, I guess. This is morning. Sunrise is pretty cool until the clouds started moving in. Got like a real deep orange color to it. The temps are definitely here for winter. There's a nice brisk 31 degrees this morning. It says we're up to 33 now. But we got about a 6.5 hour drive to Rapid City. I'll get unloaded, see what there is, if there's anything on the Central. There wasn't last night when I checked. And then we'll probably just be home early Saturday morning. And then the pigs go into the locker this week, so we got to get them all loaded up and whatnot Wednesday morning, or we might just grab the trailer and load them up on Tuesday night. Throw a bunch of feed and hay in there for them. And the trailer's big enough for 9 pigs to sleep in overnight, and I'll just take them in first thing Wednesday morning. But today, that is our plan. We're gonna go get unloaded. Should be there around 1 o'clock. And then I can make it about halfway home. So probably about Mitchell, South Dakota is kind of where I'm planning on stopping tonight. And we'll go from there.
We went for each other like a bullet from a gun. Faster than the sheriff's drawing, hotter than the sun. Didn't see it coming lately, I've been on the run. You know you've seen my face before, so let me tell you something. Darling, you fell in love with the famous man. See my pictures posted everywhere across the land. And if you run with me, you got to understand that you're holding on to a dangerous hand. If I wanted, would you still want me? 'Cause babe, I want it. Do you still want me? I got a bag of money, honey, and it don't belong to me. Took it from a man that had it coming, so you know it wasn't free. We'll load this Smith and Wesson up and take our horses east. And if we run into any trouble, we'll leave them in the crimson streets. Darling, you fell in love with the fame
Previously unloaded. Got back to Kimball. We got parked for the night. Thought about running egg exempt since I got a whole load of cow farts on here. But did hear back from a few companies that I called last week about possibly, let's see, get in the back where there's some light. But I did hear back from a couple of the companies I called and was talking to about possibly getting into something different. And my number one choice, he didn't really turn me down, but they just don't have the work right now, but he's hoping within a couple months that maybe possibly. And then choice number two, I got an email back from them today too, and they also don't have any openings. I got put on their list of carriers, so if they need more carriers or whatnot, then someone will get a hold of me, or we'll go from there. I got a couple more I'm going to call tomorrow. Actually, it'll be Monday. Since this is Friday, leave everyone alone on the weekends, but yeah, looking on the load board on Central anyway, and there's nothing out of South Dakota heading back east. There's a lot of stuff heading to home, just nothing where I'm at. Which we tried playing that once before with the whole Texas deal, and that didn't pan out. There was a bunch down there coming back our way. But yeah, let's see. Oh, my ELD's being all wanky. I probably could have honestly made it home, but not legally. According to my ELD, I could have. Yesterday, I was doing my 30-minute break, and all of a sudden I just happened to look up in the corner of my eye. I caught that it said driving on the screen. And it said driving for just a minute, and then went away back to off duty. So I was looking at the deal, and it showed that I started driving for 57 seconds, but I had the brake set, so I wasn't moving anywhere. So it literally ruined my 30-minute break. I had like a minute and 15 seconds left of my 30-minute break before it reset my drive clock. And it did that. Now today, I did my on-duty, left, didn't pay any attention. I got close to Sioux Falls, and also I realized I was still on duty. It wasn't driving, but it showed it was connected and everything. And then let's see, where was I at? I think I was actually on the on-ramp getting on to 90 when I slowed down to like 25 or 35, whatever it was. Then once I started speeding up again, and then it popped up onto driving. So I don't know what's wrong with the ELD, but and then it usually shows that you can reject or claim or whatnot. It'll show like the driving event happened. So like if I go move this across the yard, and I don't have my tablet in here and it's not connected to the ELD, the next time I have it in here, it'll ask, do you want to claim this driving event, yes or no, or whatever, and it doesn't even give me that option, so it's not even showing, and I can't even go in and edit it to put in a driving. So I don't know, but it shows I started on duty here and then started driving 2 hours down the road. And yeah, so I got paper logs at least showing what it should be. But anywho, we're gonna get up early in the morning, get home early. We'll probably beat Courtney out of bed. It's a Saturday, she always sleeps in. Not really. But she might actually. But yeah, Somerset is done. That's 2 this week. We dropped off on Monday, and now we dropped off today on Friday. So we got 2 Somerset loads delivered in 1 week. And it's still at Love's. It's a little brighter than it should be. I was gonna leave around 6:30 this morning, and apparently I partied a little too hard last night. I watched a couple Netflix shows, and next thing I know, it was 1 in the morning. I woke up at 6:30, sat on the side of the bed, shut my alarm off. Had every intention of getting dressed and going inside and brushing my teeth and going to the bathroom and everything, and then I put my head back down, and bam! Next thing I know, it's 8:30. Good thing I don't really have an appointment to be anywhere. Yeah, and it's a little wet this morning. But we got 3 hours to get our butts home, and then see what the wife wants to do today. Got a few things I need to work on the truck a little bit. The convex mirror over there, for whatever reason, it keeps wanting to point toward the sky. It won't stay tight. I've tightened all 3 of those screws, and every time I get into some winds and it starts vibrating really bad, it just starts pointing up. So I think I'm gonna get it set where I want and maybe try and squirt a little JB weld in the back of it or something. Like I said, I can't tighten that plate up anymore in the back that kind of pinches on the little ball. But I think that's gonna end this video. Nothing exciting. Oh yeah, did you guys see that lady when I was trying to turn right going into Camping World? I swung left to make a wide turn, and the lady literally gets right beside me and stops. I'll have to see. I put it on time lapse going through Rapid City and Somerset, so if it's there you'll see it. If not, well, yeah. Anyway, I'm trying to turn right, and she pulls up right next to the side of my door here and stops with her right blinker on because she wanted to turn right. And so I had to just stop, and she just sits there staring at me, throwing her hands in the air like, "What are you doing?" Because I started turning right, and then I stopped so I didn't smash her. And I kept waving at her to go, and she just kept sitting there and throwing her hands up in the air like I'm doing something wrong. It's like, I got my blinker on. I got blinkers all down the side of the trailer, and I got 2 on the side of the truck. It's like, you can't tell me that something wasn't blinking right in your face. Pay attention. And then the best part was, I got done unloading, and I seen that same vehicle pulling out and of Camping World. She was pulled up by the office, and I'm like, oh no. I'm like, she works here. I'm like, this is gonna be good. Anyway, she's leaving by the time I'm unloading the 3rd camper. I go in, and the lady behind the counter was kind of chuckling, and I guess she lives kind of by Camping World and complains a lot. But anyway, so she came in complaining that I almost hit her and they need to do something about their driver. I told the lady, I'm like, I have it on camera, I hope. So I said, you can see that I had to stop because she freaking pulled up beside me, and she just started laughing. She didn't care. She figured that the lady was in the wrong. She said she's one of those that likes to complain. But anywho, I think that's going to end this video. Nothing real exciting. And next week will be another short week, so I don't know. I'm hoping to be out or pulling out by like Wednesday. And I'm making a few more phone calls. So I'm going to call Indiana Transport too and see if I can't do some changing with this licensing crap, so if I can get something going with these service trucks, I can make something work. But we got a few different things we're going to work on this week, and we'll see where it all goes. But my pre-trip is done. I already checked all the tires and fluids and stuff, and then I just pulled up to the fuel island because there's no one here to finish off my break and go to the bathroom quick, so I'd have to run to the ring. So I'm not being one of those people blocking. There's literally no one here. It's a ghost town out here in South Dakota. So anyway, we'll see you guys in the next one.